Hey guys, good afternoon. Papa Snow here. How is everything? I hope everyone is well. We know that there's always some type of drama going on somewhere, but at the same time, it's good to know that everyone is surviving and adapting to the current conditions and circumstances that are facing us. Okay? Now, today I'm actually here to talk to you about something that is very, very important. And I think it's going to be a message that I reiterate on a regular basis to ensure that, the message is out there and everyone understands the perspective and the point of view that I'm coming from. So really fast, good afternoon once again to everyone. I'm going to ask that you guys share this. I'm going to ask that you guys share this stream, right? To the person that's calling me on Facebook right now, I'll be able to give you a call back in a few when I'm finished with this stream here. Okay, now this is very, very important. Right now, as you would notice, the title for this thing starts off very simple, that actions speak louder than words. All right? I'm a person that you might see me right now a lot on social media. You might hear me talking about a lot of things. However, talk is cheap. Talk is very, very cheap, right? Anyone who could formulate a sentence, with the exception of some of the trolls who can't formulate proper sentences, who come online, well, they can't do that. However, it's easy to come out and voice your opinion. It is very easy to tell everyone what has affected you. It is very easy to complain, realistically speaking, about the things that have been affecting all of us. It's easy to hope and depend on someone else to fix the problems that you want fixed, simply because, well, it doesn't really require much of you if someone else can do it. The problem with that is that not everyone is going to see things the way you see it. Not everyone is going to see the benefit from your perspective. And sometimes relating that to the persons that you need to participate, that is very difficult. Especially in a day and age like today, where there is so much nonsense going on, right? It makes it very, very, very hard for people to know what to trust, for them to know what is going to actually get the job done. And because of that, I guess a lot of us put faith in government. I think we put faith in other people, because for the most part, we don't have enough faith in ourselves, okay? In our ability to perform monumental tasks. And that is because we are very divided as a people. We are very divided from our own individual perspectives. And most of us have a very narrow view as to how things can be done. Okay? But I'm here to tell you today that you can be a part of the solution. Okay? You can be a part of an affirmative action plan to actually fix Guyana, if you're in Guyana, right? Or likewise, to fix your disposition and the disposition of others in your community, regardless of where you are, if you implement effective strategies and financially sustainable programs which are geared toward developing the average person, not just yourself, but those around you. See, a lot of people think success comes from building yourself. Yeah, that's what you call individual success, right? But how much does it profit you to be the only successful person around? It doesn't. Because everything else will eventually lean in on you. Okay? The burden will become too great, and the pressure will become overwhelming. Okay? And it's time that we changed that concept of thinking. All right? Now, a lot of us know everyone wants Guyana to get better. We want Guyana to be productive. We want to see development. We want to see better jobs. We want to see better conditions. You know, everybody wants better pay. Everybody wants good insurance. Everybody wants, you want no racial hostility. You know, all the good things that you could possibly think about. All of us want it. We all want it. We strive for it. We're begging for it. We're willing to go and shout and abuse people down and tell everybody how wrong they are for not being able to deliver these things to us. But the reality is, that's as far as most of us want to go. We want to do everything else to get people to do something for us. And most of us refuse to do what is necessary for ourselves. And this is where we have a substantial hurdle that must, if we expect any type of positive development or anything, we must be able to rise above that bar. We have to, one, overcome that bullshit. You hear that? You hear what's going on out there? Man spent probably $500,000 on a music set, but ain't got food in the fridge. You see, these are problems. These are serious problems, right? All of us, just like the man driving or walking by outside there, whatever the case is, all of us are making noise, but we're not getting anything done. Well, I'm a little different, right? I'm a little different. I cannot perpetuate this nonsense any further. I refuse to sit back and, knowing that I have an ability to make things better, leave certain decisions fully and completely in the hands of idiots who would spend $500,000 on a music set but not have no food in their goddamn fridge. Right? Because I'm a different type of person. I don't like hungry belly behavior. And because I don't like it, instead of talking about it all the time, I want to make sure there's no one in my country that has to be considered a hungry belly individual. Bottom line. And the reason for that is because if we know there are people in our country without, and we are not putting systems in place to balance the economic divide between the cultures and the classes of our people, all of this chaos that is going on, it will never stop. The politicians that are using the racial and economic divides against the population will forever be empowered due to our inability to correctly, I should say, work together and push a new concept of development into our society. Now, I'm not a fan of Burnham, but one and two things that the man he pushing in the past did make some sense, like people getting together to self-help and to build their own communities and things like that. That was a very good idea. However, he had a lot of shitty ones, racially driven as well, right? But you see, from everything that everybody had learned from him, and I definitely hear 40% of the country treating Burnham like he's a god. Shit, they raised him up the other day. I had to go and put him back to sleep, right? They took all the sense, all the nonsense, and they forgot about the sense. They took all of the worst parts about what these leaders have taught, and they have used that as their way forward. But anything good that anybody has spoken about, they have kicked it in the dirt, they threw it in the corner. Right? However, ladies and gentlemen, our network has been working on programs here in Guyana since 2004. And we have identified a lot of areas that have problems. But more so than identifying the areas that have problems, we have identified the correct starting point of the solution. Right? And once we actively engage in fixing or starting the right system, everything else, piece by piece, like dominoes lined up, falls in place. The same way our legal system, our political system, our economic system started to fail because of a chain reaction of bad events, we can have a system that we as individuals start that will have a chain reaction in a positive manner in order to counteract the negative effects of what has been going on for decades here in Guyana. And there's no better time than now to start. We have put together a method of development that can be inclusive. All right, I hear all these sirens, don't know what happened. Gone again. They're probably just beating through traffic. We have put together a method of development that involves everyone, that anyone can be a part of, in a way in which it does not phase you or affect you, but you can be a part of a systematic, positive, economic change here in this country. Something that can truly help to fix the problems that the average Guyanese are facing in a realistic manner without having to deal with politics or religion, or without having to be loyal or a blind follower to someone else's agenda in order for you, the average people around the world, and those of you who are watching, to achieve your objective. A lot of traffic out there. I'm allowing the traffic to pass a little bit, right? You see, ladies and gentlemen, there's a saying. It goes like this: never say never. Never don't yourself. Stop don'ting yourself. Stop looking. I can never do that. Nope, that's impossible. Nope, nah. Stop don'ting yourself. Stop don'ting each other. Because the answer was so simple that all of the brilliant minds of our time in our country, and when I say brilliant minds, I mean all of the politicians, the lawyers, the doctors, the businessmen, all the people who generally, for the most part, tell themselves they're better than everybody else. The answer was so simple that they couldn't see it. They took it for granted. And if they didn't take it for granted, then they confused, or they smudged the view of the looking glass so that you cannot see how simple the solution actually is. Right? And I'm gonna push this. I'm pushing this hard. I don't care what anybody says, because I know and I've seen it. I've seen things like this, and I've seen the effects of it, and I've seen how well it works. Okay? I see somebody. And I have seen how well it works. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently undertaking national development projects financed by the people, empowered by the people, developed by the people. And what will this amount to? Financial security for the people. This is very, very important. You know, I run an organization, and on a regular basis, I could tell you, at least for the last month, we would have collected maybe about $2,000 in aid that was given out to people that need aid, right? Like financial aid, assistance, and things like that, right? Some of you who are watching have even contributed to that, right? And I'm not saying that that's not a good thing. It's a great thing. It's a great thing to be charitable. It's a great thing to help people. But the reality is, if you give a man a fish, you can eat the fish, and then tomorrow you need another fish. And eventually there won't be fish left in the pond. And then both parties suffer. The one who's being charitable and the one who's receiving the charity. Bina Passat, it's to do with you are talking about right now. Not sure what you're really saying, right? But just specify that a little bit more clear, please, Bina. Right? The reality is, though, ladies and gentlemen, creating a system that is sustainable, you will do more charity in the long run for people, because you would help these people to be able to stand on their own feet. Remember, I'm just telling you about donations that we had received over this last month, and the people that we've been helping and giving things to and doing what and what for, right? However, ladies and gentlemen, all right, Bina, just send me a quick message in the inbox and I'll check it out, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem with jobs in the country. What? Oswald Samaru? What you really saying here? I will beat you scunt bad when I come to Guyana. Okay. Interesting. Now I gotta find out a little bit about you, man. Curious to know what you're really saying. But anyway, I hope that you're making me a promise, because I would like to see that promise fulfilled if it's about beating me bad when you come to Guyana, because I'm pretty sure I would lay you out. I'm not as easy as I look. All right? Don't let the pretty eyes fool you. Okay? All right? I'm hoping that you were talking as a joke. Oh, okay. I realized it, because you left me a little watching you there, my brother. I was like, this is interesting. It seems like fighting words. All right. Anyway, so like I was saying, going forward, we need to put systems in place that can cater for the problems that Guyana is facing. Okay? We have a large degree of unemployment. We have congestion in a lot of our areas. We ain't got jobs right now. We ain't got buildings to facilitate the amount of young people who are coming out that need work. We don't have enough house lots prepared for the amount of Guyanese that deserve to get their own house lots and own homes so that they can live a satisfactory life. We don't have certain things in place, but ladies and gentlemen, the key component to starting a sustainable economy, or to at least push a sustainable economy in Guyana, is infrastructural development. Okay? Now, there are many people in Guyana who would strive to do their best to get certain things done, but the reality is most of these projects, because Guyana is basically a jungle in a lot of areas, still requires some degree of machinery at a particular cost that is affordable to the average man, so that that man can get that chance and kickstart and go forward. People need communities built in order to create sustainable living habitats where there are businesses in the community, so that persons who live in the community don't have to always spend a set of money on transportation to go outside of the community to earn a dollar, because most of their income, at least 20% of the average man's salary in Guyana, based on how much he is paid if he's on minimum wage, goes to transportation alone just to get back and forth from work. This is a reality. Now, I don't know about anyone else. I love to do charity. I feel great when I do it. It is such an amazing feeling. And at the same time, it can be draining. Because you'll help a man today, but you didn't fix his actual problem. So the problem still exists. And because the problem still exists, you will have to help that man again tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, and the minute you stop helping that man, he's dead. Then every bit of charity that you would have did from point A to point Z was null and void. I can't do that. It is not feasible. It is not realistic. It makes no sense. The other day, in one of our groups, someone had brought a story to my attention. Right? And it was about an old lady who lives in a dilapidated home. The home is falling apart. She's in Berbice. She's older now. It looks like she's just kind of like squatted on the land or whatnot. Maybe it's her own property. Not even sure, but the place looks like shit. And of course, the old lady's gonna need a little help. The old lady is gonna need a little help. What type of help can we give this old lady? Somebody want to rebuild a house for shit. Fine, you rebuild a house for shit. But how far is she from any other help or assistance? She's kind of like offset in a corner by herself. She's not even fully a part of a full community. Even if the old lady wanted to start a little business or do anything, all right, Bina, or do anything. Uh-oh. Looks like my big son is calling me. He's got to wait for a moment. I'm sorry, Sean. Daddy's on the stream. I'll call you when I'm done. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. Okay. I may have to take this one. May have to take this call really fast. Okay, come on. Hey, Papa, listen. I'm on a stream, okay? Alright, love you. I can call you back just now. Everything's okay? Wow, listen to you, boy. You got a man voice. You're growing up. I guess you ate some bread before you talked to me this morning. Alright, I love you, man. I love you. I can talk back to you just now, okay? Papa gonna call you back just now. Love you. Bye. Yeah, you see? Ladies and gentlemen, currently, we are raising finances to buy our own infrastructural machines that we can use to develop sustainable communities across the country based on private-public initiatives. Okay? We have one such project that we are pushing right now in Land of Canaan, and we have a few other projects on the agenda, provided that we're able to acquire the machines. One, there are a lot of young people in the country and older people who have a lot of land in Guyana. However, they've never been given the opportunity to develop their land or be enriched by what it is that they actually have. Instead, what happens now? Big business people and politicians come out of nowhere, offer them next to nothing for their assets, takes it, because they have the equipment and everything, develops it, and gets rich off of it. Christina, if I have not accepted your friend request yet, it is because I need to do a video chat with persons before I do the whole friend stuff. There's been a lot of trolls around, so I will ask that after this stream, you just go ahead and just give me a video call. Let me verify the friendship, and then I will be able to, accept the friendship and have you on my friends list, right? I started this well over a month and a half ago simply because the amount of fake accounts and trolls and people who are sending me friend requests, it's been very, very dangerous. People were even trying to target our viewers because they don't like the fact that I speak some degree of common sense, right? And, so I just want to make sure that whoever's coming on to my friends list, I have a clear understanding as to who you are, so that none of our other viewers or persons who are on my friend list can be victimized. And I definitely hope you understand that. That has been done for the safety and the security of everyone watching and of the persons who are connected to me on Facebook. Okay? I did, however, see your friend request, but that is the only reason why I have not accepted it. Okay? Well, really fast, Andy, that's my big boy, man. That's my first son. It's not my first child, but he was my first son, right? He's the one that's like, he's kind of Douglas, he's mixed up, but he carries my complexion. He's still got straight hair, but his mother is black, right? And I can tell you, that's why I'm like, my son is like a perfect combination of like all 6 of these races. And me, I have like all 6 in me, so I'm just kind of like right there too, right? And but yeah, man, I got to talk to my son with love. I don't get to see my son all the time. He's overseas. Most of my kids are overseas because Guyana is just really shitty. So before I complain about Guyana being shitty all the time, I do my best to try to fix the circumstances to improve it, right? And that's why we have this program going on, right? So as I was saying, there are a lot of people in Guyana with resources, and because they can't develop those resources on their own, their actual riches and inheritance are often sold for the lowest amount of money that you can think about, and they're never given a financially stable program to work with, so that they never have to experience poverty again, right? And it really, really sucks because, currently, our network, if you check out our network members and the land resources alone, we've got well over 30,000 acres of land throughout Guyana that we can develop into sustainable communities. Nice, beautiful communities. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that when these communities are developed, everything is free, because that's not feasible, that's not realistic, that makes no freaking sense whatsoever. However, through these sustainable programs And the fact that we are able to control costs by having our own equipment in a major way, because that's one of our, other than material and labor, and even labor we have some degree of control over, because we have a network of skilled individuals and we all work together, right? Other than material, the main cost that affects all of this stuff is the machine cost. This is where a lot of big contractors are getting rich. But you see, it sucks because they get government contracts, they do things, but then the small people that they should give back to, they're not. They're just busy on trying to get rich. And in effect, with that type of mentality, they make themselves more poor. Because there's less people in a financial position to give them business. But them ain't understand, though. Them only one track. Why help people? We ain't gotta help people. Helping people don't pay. And that's what it is. We got this slave mentality, right? We got this crab mentality. That in order for us to get ahead, we must pull each other down. We must subjugate each other to whatever cruel and unusual financial punishment we could, and it's bullshit. And I don't know about any of you, but I'm tired. I'm tired of bullshit. Right? Everybody wants the government to do something for them. And I'm tired of that. Why not empower yourselves? Why not work and empower yourselves? Why not invest in things that will benefit you in the long run, and that you have an active role in, as opposed to leaving it in the hands of these jokers? Because as you see, these jokers, the only thing they know how to do is take we state dollars, bro, and run to court 10,000 times. Those types of practices, that type of mentality, this type of broken system that we are currently living in as Guyanese, this will never, ever, ever bring about the results that we crave. That we say, hey, I want this. Let me explain something. What I'm talking about here is strictly reality. And I dare anybody to prove me wrong. I'll put my neck on the block for it. I'll give you the coloss. I'll sharpen it up. And I'll say, if you prove me wrong, chop it off. Because then I'm too stupid to breathe God's ear. And for sake that my stupidity rub off on somebody, kill me quick. I don't want it to rub off on nobody. But let me tell you. The amount of business people alone that has made contribution to political parties, the amount of private individuals that has give money and support to all of these fake leaders in hopes of a promise, and they say, when we get there, we will do this. How many of you have ever contributed to a political cause, and when you turn around, it has bared no positive fruit? I'll raise my hand. I've done it. I've done it thousands of times, like an idiot too. Hoping that maybe one day somebody who knows what they're doing is gonna get to the top and do the right thing.
Another one. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I just have to call and see if somebody else knew something that I didn't know. And the reality is nobody had an answer. Because I still waited. All this money, all this time, all this energy, all this effort, all the fight up, all the lick down, all the racial hostility, every single thing. And it has never bared a result yet. Except that we gotta keep going back to court, scunt. I'm tired. I'm not dying depending on politicians. I'm not wasting any more time, energy, and money on politicians. I'm not wasting it on political parties. I'm not wasting it on anybody's bullshit agenda or promise that they're going to achieve an objective for me as an individual or a citizen here in Guyana. No, I'm taking this bull by its horns, and I'm telling you straight, we are doing it, we can do it, and with your help, we can achieve it a hell of a lot faster. Okay? This is a fact. We can achieve it a hell of a lot faster. Let me tell you something. There are some people that watch these streams, and they got the equipment. They sitting on it. And some of them rather park it down and wait than to help somebody who could cover the fuel costs, cover the maintenance costs, cover the labor, and utilize it to help him. Nobody ain't got time with those scunt. You know how many big shot I know? I want to see Guyana good. You sitting on the fucking resources to fix it and you don't fix it. This is the issue. You're sitting on the resources to fix it. And you're crying and you're complaining. I want the country to be good, but you do nothing to fix it. No, you don't want the country to do good. You want other people do it so you can exploit it, scunt. I tell you straight, that is the case. That is the realistic case. Many people talk. Few actually act. Which is why I tell you, actions speak louder than words. This is a fact. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you learn how to cooperate with one another in the smallest of ways, you will achieve the greatest accomplishments known to man. We are all human beings. Some of God's greatest creations. And at the same time, ants got more sense than we, because they know how to work together. Everybody do a small piece and a big magnificent thing is built. But nobody want to do the small piece. We want to heckle, we want to make noise. We hoping to put somebody that we think might do something. Not one of these politicians have proven themselves to be genuine for the people of the country. All of them say the same thing. Put me there and then look what I would do for you. When I get there, you're going to get a good life. But now if you want to be rich, you got to wait till I get there. Well, I'm here to tell you all of this scunt is fraud, is lie, is talk. Because you don't need none of them to get there, but what you do need is participation from yourself. You need to put your money where your mouth is. Realistically speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, we started a fund in which we are using to raise up the money to purchase the equipment that we need so we could continue infrastructural development, utilizing private lands from private citizens in order to enrich our private citizens and create more infrastructural development for the people that need it. For the 52,000 young people that are still sitting without a job and without a house lot or without a promise of an income. We are doing it on their behalf. But it is a system that is meant to start a catalyst or a chain reaction to counteract the negative things that are currently happening and fix the actual problems of the genuine citizens of Guyana. And this system is not just a system that can fix Guyana. It is a system that can help fix other areas in the world that are plagued with corrupted politicians and businessmen running their country. Guyana's problems are not unique. It's not new. There's nothing new under the sun. Trust me when I tell you this. The wickedness that we are facing now has been faced a century ago and a millennium ago, and so on and so forth. But the answers have always been the same. Cooperate with one another for a positive future, for your society, for your community, for your country, for your family, for you as an individual. Ladies and gentlemen, we complain in Guyana that the pay isn't good enough. Currently, right now, the job market is over flooded. There's no opportunities, but there are very many people that need work and need things. What do you think that is going to drive? That's going to drive more exploitation. Example, I got a company. I can only afford 4 employees. 50 come to my door. All 50 want work. If I am to give work to all 50, I gotta take the wages of that 4 and split it 50 ways. There's no other feasible way to do it. There's no other feasible way to do it. And because of the current situation that we have going on in our country right now, more so than just the election, I'm talking about the employment situation that we were lied to, that was never fixed. People vote for change and get shortchanged. Ladies and gentlemen, this is of drastic importance. This is of drastic importance. Now I tell you straight, one way or the next, I'm a determined person. I can raise it. And there's a reason why I'm telling everybody, you know. Because I want to know how many people truly want to be a part of a productive country and make shit happen. But I know I'm gonna raise it. If I gotta sell my whole property skunt for raise it and get it done, I gonna do it. Because the mission is way more important than just me. It's not an easy road. But if people are not willing to make a sacrifice, it will never get done. Because we have become complacent and hopeful that these criminals that we keep putting at the top will be able to give us justice. A criminal will never give you justice. Because for them to give you justice, they must expose themselves. So I don't care which direction we're looking at. None of these people ain't going to give the people of Guyana what they need. They can tell you about the next one problems, but they'll never tell you about their own scampish ways. They'll always tell you, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. But they send their children to do what they tell you you couldn't do. That type of one-sided mentality should not be allowed to survive in our country any longer. What makes your child better than mine? What makes the little Indian boy more important than the little black boy? Or what makes the two of them more important than the Amerindian girl? Tell me. Explain that to me. These are the real issues that are destroying our country. Financial instability has driven racism and selfish propaganda to a new level here in our society, and we must bring a balance, ladies and gentlemen. We must bring a balance. Yes, I know Jason Amris. Jason's like a brother to me. Haven't seen him in many, many years. Last I know, Jason went to London. But even then, is Jason truly like a brother to me? Let me be for real. Does Jason do what I do? Show me your actions and I'll show you who your family is. Because birds of a feather flock together. This is how it goes. My brothers and my sisters are those who are in the struggle with me. Those who share a common vision and objective to develop this place sustainably and independently, separate from all of these corrupted politicians. Not those who benefit from them. I could never be a part of that. I do not want to be a part of that. Got much love for Jason though. His mom, his little sisters, his family, everybody. However, Jason is okay. Jason life set for you. Jason could wake up tomorrow and say, I don't want to walk, I don't want to do nothing. And Jason still got house, land, speedboat, resort, all type of thing Jason got. But some of us, we can't wake up tomorrow and do dust scunt. Because we starve. Or we children can't go to school because there's no money for pay the bus fare. Why is it that there's only a handful of good schools in Guyana? Why can't there be a wonderful school in every community? Why have we become so dependent on everyone else to do things for us, as opposed to us doing it for ourselves? Yet, when we do have finances, we do the most lawless stunt with the finances, instead of putting it into things that can hold its own weight. That can hold its own weight. I am tired of giving things only to keep giving things that is not productive, ladies and gentlemen, that will not bear any solution. I am not training my people to live on handouts, because that is not how you build leaders. And Guyana needs leaders. We need young leaders. We need brilliant people. We need people who understand how to count scunt to 65, how to count money, how to balance a budget, how to take care of their family, how to provide for their children, how to just be decent people. But I'll tell you this, that in all of the years that I have been doing non-profit work here in Guyana, and of the millions and millions of dollars in charity and everything that we have given out over the years, I can tell you it will never end unless we put a system to end it. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't just do charity without a plan. That doesn't make sense. And if anyone tells me that that makes sense, something is wrong. You can't just give. You can't do that. One, you would train the people horribly. Right now, most people in Guyana learn to live on handout. They learn to play with your emotion. They learn to give you a sad story. It has become an essence and a way of survival. We need to break our people out of that type of mentality. We need to train our people to be leaders. And realistically, there's nothing that changes people faster than money. Not giving a person money, but giving them what they deserve for their sweat and for their suffering. As they become financially secure, they will think differently. How many of you grew up from the ghetto, maybe get the chance to travel abroad, to get a better quality of life, and tell me if that has not significantly changed your outlook on life? How you look at yourself, how you treat your family, how you deal with strangers, and how you deal with community. It has created a new level of exposure for you mentally. You want to fix Guyana? It starts with fixing the mentality of people. You want to fix the mentality of people? You need to make sure people are not hungry. You need to make sure people are not confused. You need to make sure our people do not feel desperate. And until you can cover those simple things, then everything else that anybody talk is completely irrelevant to the situation. Because all they're doing is looking to prolong the system so that they can stay in control. Some people tell me, Snow, you should run for president. And I say, hell no, not now. I was going to do it in 2011. But I took a proper study of the mentality of the Guyanese people. And then I say, hold on, me want to be president on the discount? No way. Because the people are not, as a whole, intelligent enough to have a president that thinks outside the box. They'll hate me. Because we have created a generational gap, if not 2 generations back to back, of people that have learned to live on handouts and sympathy, that have learned to manipulate your feelings, to make you feel sorry for them, and send them a small piece from the States or Canada or UK or Britain, wherever the hell it is. That is how we have trained our people. It is time for us to undo that shit and train our people better. It is time for us to reward them for their initiatives that they take in their personal lives to make themselves a better citizen of this country. That is the reality. That is the reality. Ladies and gentlemen, just let me let you know something. The recount exercise cost $8 billion freaking dollar. Right? $8 billion, right? $8 billion. Billion. The first election before that cost how much ever? Billion again. And Guyana has nothing to show for it. Nothing. Absolutely. In fact, the only thing we got to show for it is we still running back to court, Scott, because all of we seem to be fucking retards somehow that this shit still keeps happening. Some could disagree. But all those billions of dollars could have benefited the people instead of benefiting the politicians and the parties. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Like I said, mismanagement of funds, not using things to benefit the people of Guyana, so on and so on. It's a lot of shit. It is seriously a lot of shit. But ladies and gentlemen, for a price tag of about 40 million Guyana dollars, we could acquire an excavator, a bulldozer, and a roller, and even possibly still get the dump truck, which is necessary as well. And we could build our own communities. Don't worry, we covering fuel, we covering everything, we covering maintenance, right? We've got people that we train to operate these machines, everything. We've got a lot of assistance in certain areas in terms of manpower and things like this to get the job done. I would have done sold this place here that I'm in because this place is selling. I would have already sold this place if APNU didn't crash the fucking economy. Now I waited for this whole election drama for Don Scott. Because realistically, I would have just handled it all by myself. Seriously speaking. Because I'm so used to everybody attacking me that even when I tell somebody something good, nobody wants to listen. Now I best do it by myself. But the reality is, it's to benefit all of us. It's to benefit our friends. It's to benefit our families, our children, the future of our country. Why should I do it all by myself? But don't get it twisted. Even if the world turns its back, God provides a way. However, it could be done a lot faster if we had some damn assistance. Right? So I'm here to tell you, before you go doing this and doing this and doing this, I'm giving you a feasible alternative. A real alternative. I'm not here telling you, hey, please help me. I'm here telling you, help your fucking self, cunt. The benefit to this whole thing is now you don't have to do the work. We're doing the work. You just have to help us acquire the machines to get the damn job done. One-time investment, long-term benefit. The machines will outlive us because that's steel and we skin and bone. That's the reality. How many of y'all make contributions to people all the time? And a year from now, what happened then? You still gotta make more contribution, eh? I know. You gotta tell me. Because no matter how much you give, when is the giving gonna stop? How about you give one-time skunt that could perpetuate the giving indefinitely? Indefinitely. Just keep building systems that take care of itself, as opposed to you gotta keep digging in. Hey. When that skunt gonna done? It wouldn't done. It wouldn't done just so dry. There will always be people that need help. And no matter how charitable you are, you cannot help the world alone. But then again, if I say something that don't make sense, can somebody please educate me? Because I'm a young, stupid man, apparently. And I ain't got the best of book sense. I don't got all the fancy degrees. But I got common sense, skunt. And I know damn well, if you give a man a fish, you still gotta give you a fish tomorrow. You teach that man how to fish. You equip that man. And guess what? Tomorrow when you go to him, he's gonna give you a fish. That is a fact. Look. Connected to this post is a link. We were able to set up our international fundraiser so that we could acquire our machines. I'm asking that if you truly believe in developing this country, you make a donation. Contribute toward a sustainable cause. And know that you have done something that is going to be perpetuated throughout this country. Something that will be tangible. Not just to one particular person that will benefit, but to many people. In terms of creating homes, in terms of creating opportunities, in terms of developing the country, in terms of enriching people that actually have things, but people exploit them. You know? I'm not the person to come out and tell people, hey, contribute to do this. I actually don't really like doing that. And to this day, I myself personally have never asked or requested anything of any sort of assistance, even when I needed it. Because I know even when I needed it, there were still people in bad positions. Because even when I needed it, there were people in bad positions worse than mine. And I have put my needs last. Hey, what's up, Paras? Right? So I'll tell you, I believe in charity. But I don't believe in handouts. I think handouts make you weak. A hand up is a different story. That's what our network is about. We're about handing you up, helping you stand up on your own, helping so that you can lead your own life, and you don't have to rely on me to provide something for you. I build it for you, I get the setup for you, but it's your choice. You have to lead your own life. And I'm not helping you just so that you could follow me. I'm not helping you so that, well, Snow chose to vote for PPP this term, so, well, Snow help me, we are obligated to vote. No, screw that shit. If I help you, it's to help you to be an individual. This is a fact. We need to build you as an individual. We need to build our people as individuals. And our programs allow them the benefits as they are willing to help themselves. I deal with reality. I ain't got time for promise. I ain't got time for talk. I ain't got time for do that. Because even when I come off of this, it's back to work, I got other work I doing. Because no matter what, I know that I am not going to achieve anything if I'm not willing to work hard at it. I am here in front of people almost every day, if not every day. And I'm showcasing what I do. Whether we helping people with job, whether I doing work online, if I'm doing graphics, if I'm doing paperwork, if I'm doing real estate, it doesn't matter. I walk in as a hustler, G. Whether it's cooking or television show, cooking show, you name it. Dog business, bull business, we did it. Why do you think we did it? Because all of those small things got a part to play in the bigger picture, in the grander scheme of things. Mark, I have rented equipment from people, and let me tell you what, right? I spent over $30 million from 2018 to now in renting equipment. And then it kissed me ass, government, slow down, why don't we program? Now guess what? When I gotta go and fix back the place, I gotta go spend another $30 million for rent back equipment. No, we need to put things in place to make sure that people, wicked people like that, can't cause we 2 and 3 times the amount, 4 and 5 times the amount. There's a reason why it is more feasible to have your own. To have it there, to have it available, to keep doing sustainable projects. So just in case a corrupted element who is in power decides to slow down your progress in one area, you could always pick up where you left off and you could keep it moving. Because you see, one of the things that these bastards have used as a weapon against the average man is they let you start, you go in, everything go good. When they want to fish you up, guess what they do? They put a pause upon you. You could stop grass from growing, I dare you. And then they delay you. Why? Because they have systems that they use, that they have been using before to hinder the small man. Because in their mind, y'all supposed to be beggars. not leaders. I don't care what anybody says. Their system states otherwise. Their actions state otherwise. Watch, man. Some ministers got 18, 16, 18 million US dollar in freaking foreign accounts. They don't care about their people. They don't care about their supporters. These people don't care. And at the same time, they get in the government machines that are owned by the government, taxpayers' dollars, for still go and do their private work. Them is glutton, them is greedy, them is covetous, them is thief mothers. I know what else to call them. We are fighting against people like Doc. This is why the small man need a system in place that can back him up. And that is what we are. We are the system that is backing them up. And we need some damn support. And every single thing I do, I put in it live, Scott. Because I'm going to do the one thing that no leader in this country is willing to do. I'm going to lead by example. And I don't even want to be a leader. I just want my country fixed. That's reality. Let me tell you something. People could vote for you and make you important in society. But just because people support you and vote for you, it doesn't mean that you're a leader. Some shit you gotta be born with. Right? That's a fact. Right? All of the land that we deal with is transported land. All house lots have been separated and designated by the ministries. All of the work that we do, we follow every detail and every step of the law. We do not do shortcut. Shortcut is what caused the problems in this country. We do it the right way. That's a fact. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all put faith in leaders, and I know plenty of people put faith in politicians. I just ask you to put a little faith in yourself. And put a little something inside the kitty so we could get the machines and watch us create miracles. Watch us get it on the ground. Watch us purchase it before your eyes. Watch and see the people that deal with us, that gave us the discounts, that allowed us to be able to acquire those things. Watch us do it live and direct in front of your face. Nadir is saying, we could stop the rich from getting richer while the poor gets poorer. We can enrich the poor, but we need people who are willing to get the job done. And I'm willing to get the job done. I'm willing to get it done. I have the capacity to get it done. Right? We need the equipment. And we could continue to get shit done. This is a fact. This is a solid, tangible, realistic fact. Or we could all sit down and wait for court to done. And keep waiting. We could do that. Because apparently that shit works, huh? Because let me tell you this, with all of these delays and everything that is happening, not one of them politicians suffering or losing a dollar, you know. None of them. Not one. Let me explain this to you. Right? Some of y'all got children. Y'all children don't even know when school starting back mother Scott. But them politicians got private tutors dealing with them all. Why provide for them own before providing for you own first? Weren't you the ones that helped them get there? Tell me. Explain that to me, you know. Explain the sense in it. Like I stupid, he's cunt. I can't see it. How about we put a system in place that takes care of the small man in situations like this? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to go and I've got to call my son. Because he called me because he has a need. It probably means he misses his dad. And he wants to talk to his pops. And I can't save everybody else own if I don't make time for my own. But just note that I put your own first before mine. You saw it live. You see it direct. You see, you hear my son call and I put it on hold so I could come and deal with the issues of your children. Your futures. So just know, don't let it be that I value you more than you value yourself, you know. So that'd be a sad story. And then at least you would know why shit don't work out. That's a fact. Right? Now as I close off, there's a link above in the description. If you're able to, it could be 50 cents, man. 25 cents. $1. It could be $1,000. It could be whatever you want. Hit that link. Make a contribution. Help us get from point A to point B. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.